Welcome to the land of Barovia, my pets. I am Lord Strahd von Zarovich, and this is my domain. What you will encounter in this land will haunt your nightmares and your waking hours alike. Many folk have come to my realm trying to defeat me in the past 400 years of my reign. None yet have come close to accomplishing the task. The newest group to forego this undertaking is a bunch of ramshackles and misbegotten half-breeds. Why they have come to my land is the question. Have they come seeking the vast treasures hidden in the four corners of my realm? Do they yearn for power that only I can give them? Were they sent by the gods in a last-ditch attempt to overthrow me? We shall soon find out, for this is their story. Welcome to Barovia and the curse of Strahd.
So, anyways, everyone feels rejuvenated and completely back at ease, except for Felician, who has the craving to eat yet another dream pie. The longing is very strong, and you feel as though you will not be at ease until you have another of these.
Just gonna pause because I can't find good music for this atmosphere.
You will not be at ease until you find and devour another of these dream pastries.
What can we do to get rid of the effects of it?
Absolutely nothing.
She'll have to make a Constitution saving throw
Not
on her
even
own.
that. Sorry, Slick.
No.
Well,
This is something specifically in Crystal Straw.
wait, so does she
I
lose
thought it was something
sanity
you made
points?
up.
No.
Does she lose sanity points for this? Because
If she doesn't get enough, and if she doesn't get another pie in enough time, she will.
so none of us eat a pie.
So if I make a roll after I eat a pie, can I stop being addicted to it, or am I just permanently fucked?
There's
better buy
only
one.
one way to get rid of the addiction, and you will find out what
Kill
that
the
is
old
in
lady.
time.
Well, the old lady's her supplier.
It's a good thing I got a whole
You
lot
don't
of
know
money.
where the old lady is.
This is really what.
I'm gonna guess she comes back to the town every day to catch all the people she's hooked. So,
Or she waits to torture them so that they buy more than just
could be
one.
that too.
Anyways.
Sorry.
So after I get up and get myself resituated, I'd like to go find Ismark and Irina because I did promise to help them bury their father come daybreak.
I'm a person of my
They're
word
down in the
too.
common room. I'll just say that.
Okay.
About that.
I'm
Can
a
you just say y'all, at the end of your rejuvenated rest, head down to the common room?
Find
Fair to say.
Felician drugged and
No, y'all don't know anything about that. Only she knows she's drugged. Or addicted.
drugged.
You seem fine, but you
fucking wanted a dream pie.
you want a dream pie.
So you're kind of on edge, and it gets worse and worse the worse you go.
You're on edge.
That would make sense.
I don't think you're gonna get your dog back.
No, your dog has 2 aunts now, me and Michaela.
I'm sorry. I thought someone had detect magic.
What?
I thought someone had detect magic.
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
Oh my
I will say this, there's a very small chance of death.
Okay.
For now.
Look at its face.
So I'm gonna buy like 20 of them as soon as I find the old lady.
Okay. Anyways, so y'all journey down to the common room. They are gathered around the Ismark and Irina are gathered around the coffin. They are currently nailing the coffin shut as they made the coffin, and obviously they were nobility of the area, so they don't have good woodworking skills. It stands as a coffin though, so they're just nailing the lid shut.
Okay. I'll walk up to them and do you guys have a plot of land that you've selected for his final resting place?
There is land in the cemetery, and says, Jesus.
You guys are gonna lose your
Burping is
puppy
insane.
real quick. It's falling asleep on Michaela.
Ismark kind of
You're gonna
pats
gain
his
a dog.
shoulder, or pats Irina on the shoulder, and says,
Stumpy one, but
"There's
puppy.
there's space in the cemetery that we could take him
Alrighty.
to. If you could help us carry the coffin."
Nigol. Do we have any kind of equipment to have Maxwell help us haul this?
We have the 40 feet of rope.
I really don't want to just drag a coffin through this.
I know.
I mean, it's a
What is-
coffin. All four of you could.
Well,
Pick
yeah,
it
4
up.
of us could probably pick it up, and Nigol could hang
Wait,
from the
we're-
bottom of it.
All 4 of us. There's 5 of us.
I said just 4 of you.
I don't have anything else.
One
I
in
mean,
each corner. You guys are good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Maxwell has that diamond riding saddle.
That won't do it.
I mean, why don't you guys just pick it up?
Yeah, we can just
Yeah,
pick
we
it
can
up.
just pull
I
that.
was just trying to do it the easiest way possible.
Okay. As you guys
You put
head
puppy
to
sleep.
pick up said coffin and take it to the local cemetery, Irina goes over to the mantle above the hearth and pulls down a ornate breastplate that she solemnly dons and
I didn't pick the music. Leave me alone.
as she solemnly dons and you can see it's not really been well upkept. There's bits of rust kind of in the nooks and crannies of it. It's not overly rusty, but you can see it hasn't been well maintained. She also pulls down from above the mantle a longsword that she dons upon her waist, and she looks back to the group and says, "Please, if you could help with the coffin, it would be greatly appreciated."
Oh, you absolutely have my help.
Who's gonna carry the coffin?
Well, I don't think Nicole
I got
can
one
because he's
corner.
so too short.
Yeah.
So everybody
Well,
but
no,
Nicole.
I said
Yeah.
the way I figure it is, I'm sure they would like to carry their father's coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we only need
2. I've already volunteered.
Well,
one.
okay, no. Let
And
me
a cleric
recant.
would be good.
Let me recant. Ismark wants to carry the coffin. Irina is just tears streaming down her face.
Okay.
It
So-
doesn't look like she has the strength.
Okay.
So it should be
help
like you, me,
support
and
her
Teal.
father's coffin.
Because,
The music fits really well.
yeah.
Well, it is called Sadness.
It's My
Sadness.
Heart Will Go On from Titanic.
I know it is. Leave me alone.
It's not Sadness, it's...
All right. So me, Thea, and Teal then, and Ismark.
Okay. So you guys start a solemn procession
Wait, am I helping?
Yes.
Okay.
towards the.
What happened? What?
Huh?
What happened?
Okay. As you guys start a solemn procession, Irina is behind the coffin, crying her eyes out. The doors swing open due to, I'm going to say, Felicia Ann's help of unlocking the locks and opening up the doors. You guys head on down to the cemetery, very solemnly and slowly. I do love this music that goes along with it. As you, actually, you know what? Irina is leading the procession.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He has a sword and a breastplate, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a fucking funeral.
Yeah.
And you guys are planning on leaving right after, so that happened. So you head down towards the church. Atop a slight rise against the roots of the stone pillar that support Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through the holes of the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. I will say that also it is another overcast day. You guys notice it. Everyone does, but Ismark and Irina don't really seem to pay attention to it. It just kind of seems like a common thing
I
to
was
them.
gonna assume that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys approach the front of the church, Irina says, "We should go see the priest, Donovich, of finding a final resting place for my father. She heads towards the front doors of the church and opens it up. And as you guys kind of look towards where she's going, the heavy wood doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire. She opens the doors to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeking of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
Dun dun dun.
I'm gonna say right now, I don't want to set foot in the church for personal reasons.
It's literally downstairs, and you're carrying the coffin.
All right.
Let's go. Run.
And nope.
And we're
That's
like
why you're
struggling to hold it. We like called up Louisiana to help hold the rest of it.
Okay, so as you guys walk into the church, following the observation of the surroundings, as well as the very messed up scream coming from underneath, you see Irina walking up to a. If I can find it.
Do they seem to be reacting to the scream at all, or are they just completely mute to it?
They hear it, but they just kind of ignore it.
Okay, interesting.
That's weird.
Y'all hear it though. Just saying.
Oh, I was positive we heard it. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure it wasn't just us.
No, it's everyone.
Okay.
I see. Okay. She walks up. Irina walks up to the priest that has just finished his prayers, noticing that you guys walked in. Donovich is a rather large man with heavily sunken eyes, a large double chin, and a very, very aggressive receding hairline.
Like you're talking to him. Just
It sounds like me in 20 years.
No, it's like
A monk?
he's got hair here and like back here, but when I say very aggressive, I mean it's like it goes like this and then comes all the way back here. And like a receding hairline usually starts like
Gives you like
it's
a
very
6.
aggressive.
Okay.
He's been dealing with a regressive hairline for quite some time. When the group walks up to him with Irina with the coffin, he says, "So, your father has passed, then, Irina, eh? Bad business then, huh? Unlucky. Bring him in then. Put him there along the altar. You guys walk up and place him down gently in place. Last rites for the old burgomaster, eh? When were you planning on holding that?" Looking at Irina, huh?
He doesn't sound very sympathetic.
Irina solemnly says, within the hour, if you please, Donovich. Donovich says, I suppose I could free up my schedule. Not a lot else going on. You can see that, like a faint sweat on his brow. Kind of, his eyes are shifting left and right, looking at you guys, trying to basically put on a show as if everything's kind of nonchalant. Elbowing Ismark, he says in a joking tone, just ignore all Doru if you won't. And Ismark just kind of nods understandingly. This has kind of been going on for a small while.
I'd like to kind of like politely but definitely ask, like, lean over to Ismark, who's Doru and why is they screaming?
Which one?
I was gonna ask Ismark.
Ismark? Okay, Ismark kind of leans over and whispers to you that Doru is Donovich's son. He's he kind of pauses and tries to find a polite way of saying it. He's not quite human. It's a sore subject. It would be greatly appreciated if you didn't mention it to Donovich.
I'll nod to him in acknowledgement.
Donovich, after seeing that you were talking to him, Donovich looks at Ismark and says, Ismark, if you wouldn't mind helping me with the digging, and everyone else just relax in here, and unless, of course, some of you see fit to help with the digging.
I wanted to assist with the digging.
I've got 4 shovels.
I was going to assist with digging. I just planned on it, so I figure I will.
So we got him. We need 1 more. Unless...
Me.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys, Are you wanting to say something, or are you just holding your hand out like this?
I'm gonna go investigate the screaming thing downstairs.
Why don't we hold
whenever
off
we
until
do that.
Donovich is no longer in there?
Yeah.
Just an idea.
Just to let you know.
Okay. So, Donovich acknowledges the 2 people that are volunteering to help, and he says again, the rest of you just relax in here until the digging is done, if you please.
Does he actually laugh in the...
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No. This is me trying to present a character to you guys. This is...
You're doing a very good job.
Doing good.
I'm enjoying it.
I was just confused.
I'm enjoying it too, because I love this character. A little fucked up, but...
I say he seems a little...
He's a priest that just...
And honestly,
Doesn't
to
really
me,
care
like I
anymore.
said, to me, he sounds like a priest who's tired of burying people. This is what he about sounds like, because honestly, he kind of sounds like my grandpa did right before retirement.
Okay.
Well, that sucks. Let's go.
Okay. He heads towards the back, off to a side room, comes, and you can hear some, like, clattering and clamoring in there, and he reappears with 4 shovels, kind of hands them out, 1 to you, 1 to you, 1 to Ismark, and he kind of slaps 1 onto his back, and heads out. I lost it.
You don't care that she's chewing on the string, do you?
As long as she doesn't eat the string.
Okay.
No, she just spits it out.
It's tied to her, so I don't think she can't swallow.
I don't want to let her swallow it that far, even. That would be really gross.
Just imagine pooping in a house.
Okay.
Sorry.
As he hands out the shovels, he kind of tosses 1 onto his shoulder, holding onto the handle, and just kind of nonchalantly just starts whistling and walking towards the front of the church to go out around to the cemetery. He hears again from the basement, "Father, please, I'm starving." He kind of pauses. A chill goes through him, and then he kind of walks on out the church and back to the cemetery. You guys are with him. You know what? I'm going to have the people in the church go first this time.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
You're going to go downstairs?
That's her fault, by the way.
Well,
I said that's her fault, by the way.
looking around, you see kind of in the bottom right-hand corner of the church, there's a wooden door. There's 4 wooden doors. You can kind of hear the voices coming most prominently from that area, and you head towards that door, opening it up. You look around and you see it's got a few holes in the roof, a couple of wet spots, and there is a door to the upper east and upper left side of the room. Trap
Wait,
door.
who went downstairs?
No one is downstairs yet.
I just opened the door.
So there is a trap door. It is clearly locked shut with a heavy-duty padlock on it. You can hear that the moans and groans and kind of pleading is coming from that trap door.
Can
What
I
do you
knock on the trapdoor and ask why he's in there?
do? Go ahead.
Do I have to roll for something?
Roll it.
It's salvageable. Highly unlikely.
That all
10.
depends on how hard you hit the door, for the record. So
10.
10? Okay, you knock at the door and kind of ask why he's down there.
Yeah.
He,
Who are you and why are you
yeah.
in here?
Basically, he hears you hear a slight sniffling sound and I can smell your blood.
So that's why he's down there.
Fail.
Vampire.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do now?
That's probably not a good idea.
Chaotic evil, I see.
I'd say
What are you?
Please, I'm starving.
Sort of an answer.
I love the music.
Still on sadness, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Can I call over Nigel to help investigate?
I mean, that is up to you. I will say right now, he doesn't really seem to be able to hold a very coherent conversation.
Neither can I, it's fine.
It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna just stand
Seven
far
out.
back and be the.
Crazy.
Just because I am your healer, I don't
At
want
least
to
to
like.
inform you that there is someone in the hole with the little cookies.
I understand there's somebody in
I
there.
I mean,
I'm just gonna
considering
say-
what you guys have heard from the Undercroft, y'all already know that he's a little.
Yeah.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
He's cuckoo, but it ain't for Cocoa Puffs.
Cuckoo for blood.
Okay, so you do what?
Call for Nigel to come and see what I found.
Nigel.
I approach and say, how can I help you? What's up?
Feed me, please. That's what
Oh.
you guys hear from the Undercroft.
Oh.
Okay.
He says he can smell my blood.
Do I need to take him out?
Wait, did your lizard? Is your lizard with you?
Probably.
Your
I would
lizard
assume.
is with you in your breasts.
Booby lizard.
As long as you're awake, it's gonna be in between your boobs for right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it still wasn't in the
Oh,
heart.
by the way, no. As it crawled from the hearth to your boobs, you get a warm sensation, obviously, in between your breasts. Okay. Yeah.
Is it like a
Taking a
burning
suggestive
sensation?
turn.
I mean, he was chilling in the fire all
That's
night.
fair.
Well, not really chilling in the fire all night. He was warming up in the fire all night. It's gonna be a little toasty. It doesn't burn or anything, but it's
Comfy.
warmer than you would have expected.
Okay.
It's like a really hot shower. Anyways,
Well, what do
I
you
don't
seek
know
to-
at this point. I ain't opening it.
What I really don't think it'd be best to open this.
I don't
if he
think
says
we
he can
should.
smell our blood, that's probably not in our best interest.
I wouldn't feed it if I were you.
Do you think he has anything on him that could be of use to us?
Well, he's in a hole, so I don't think so.
dwarf, help me, brother!
Brother.
How does he know you're a dwarf?
How to
He
immediately.
can smell your blood.
Should we put him out of his misery?
Yes.
That's the only thing I can do is
Wait,
think
do we
of
have
this
like
to
a
off him.
wooden stake?
I don't want to off him though. That's probably a
Jesus.
bad idea.
I would like to take the.
There is a very strong padlock on the door for a reason. But, I mean, if
Yeah.
you guys want to open it, it's your
Is
call.
that to keep him in or to
Can
keep
I
us
take the
out?
silver dagger cross that was given to me and lay it on top and
Mikey,
see?
you want to handle this one?
Will
I
that do
would
anything?
not recommend it. That's not what that's for.
That is a single-use weapon for a very specific single use.
Well, I don't mean like try and kill him with it. I mean just like lay it on top
I
and see
mean,
if it has any effect, like the silver.
I mean, go ahead.
yeah, you
Okay,
can.
well, pause. Go ahead. I mean, you're just laying it on top of the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'd like to just lay it on top of the trapdoor and see if it has any.
Okay, you lay it on top of the trapdoor. It does nothing. You just
Nothing.
set a silver dagger on top of the
Since
trapdoor.
he didn't tell us what they were for, I'm just.
You're not wrong.
yeah,
You'll
yeah.
know how to use it when the time comes.
What he-
Obviously, that's not it.
Yeah,
Obviously,
obviously.
that's not the time that's supposed to come.
You'll know
Yeah.
when you're supposed to use it.
So I would put it back in my pocket.
Okay, so you put it back in your pocket, and you guys do.
Probably leave And shut the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Highly recommend.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
open the door in any other circumstance, but
I can smell your blood. Kind of deters you from that idea. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna pause you three
Yep.
and
Yeah.
the wolf there. Heading back out behind the church, you see a cemetery. As you guys are heading back, the volunteers following him, Donovich kind of looks up and down and
What are you doing?
I'm making faces at the dog.
Oh, he was raising one eyebrow at a time.
did you go with them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me
Okay.
too.
Okay, so just you two.
Mhm.
Okay. As he is leading you guys out back behind the church, he kind of looks both of you up and down and is like, it's nice to have some extra help around here. Maybe you can help me fix the windows after we're done with this. And he kind of slaps Teal a little hard on the shoulder.
But isn't she wearing a breastplate? Wouldn't that be kind of close to her shoulder to hold on to?
It's just a slap.
Oh. I would say, wouldn't that have hurt him?
It's a slap on
I've smacked
breastplate.
you!
on a breastplate.
So hurts! Okay, I was just trying to add them up there.
Anyways, okay. Yeah. So
Baby pooper.
you guys get to the back of the cemetery, and the cemetery is really not well kept. Okay, weeds sprout up here and there, and no fresh flowers have been laid out for any of the dead. It's just kind of it's been neglected. Okay, glancing around, Donovich sees an empty spot and kind of nudges Ismark with a elbow and says, kind of motioning nonchalantly over there, and that spot seemed good for your old daddy to rest in. And he, Ismark kind of nods solemnly, and y'all walk over there and start digging. As you guys are digging, is there anything you guys kind of want to ask, or you just want to dig in silence?
I think out of respect, I'm just gonna dig in silence.
Same.
All right. After the digging is done, you head back inside, and Donovich lets them know that the hole is dug. The four.
Clanking.
Thank you.
You know what part of Lion King this is from?
Actually, this is when he walks up to the Pride Rock and roars, and the sun comes out. And
Actually, there were a few times. The one time was when he looks into the pool, and then the cloud of
there's
his
that one
father
too.
shows up.
Father, wait.
Anyways, like after the digging is done, the whole time Donovich was kind of whistling for some crazy reason, merry tune.
Is
Everyone
this a
go from their own
familiar
way, I
tune?
guess.
No,
Like the old lady's merry tune.
it's no familiar tune. It's just it's upbeat and kind of lively. No words come with it. It's just kind of he's whistling merrily for some reason while digging a grave. After which, you guys head back inside, and Donovich lets them know that the hole is dug. I'm gonna say you two kind of notice that the door has been opened. Y'all don't know what is.
Would it be safe to say that I kind of heard this is the wrong music for this. Would it be safe to say that I heard I heard him screaming from the basement?
I mean, you guys were outside going around a thing.
I said the only
Okay,
thing
so
you
probably
heard
not.
was the initial
Okay.
screaming.
Okay.
No, you heard both of the initial calls of "Please feed me, I'm hungry."
I say
and,
he also
"Father,
probably.
I'm starving."
I say he probably also wasn't trying to reach as far since he knew they were right on the other side of the trapdoor.
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So
I was just wondering.
okay, and I'm very thankful you guys didn't open that.
Bye-bye, Felicia.
We're not ready.
She wasn't ready.
I'm already drugged by a pie. Let's just get it beaten by a
Yeah. Okay, so he comes in and informs you that the hole is dug. The four people that were carrying the coffin before, do you guys want to pick it up again?
Yeah, I'll help them carry it again.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
So the four of you, it's Mark. The four of you grab each corner and solemnly carry it out to that empty hole that has been dug. You solemnly place him in the hole, and Donovich, you all kind of gather around the grave, and Donovich kind of stands at the head of the grave and begins, Dearly beloved, we've gathered here today. Oh, slaps his mark on the shoulder and sorry, that's the wrong one. Kind of leans over to Vulpus and says, a bit of a joke, like, and
To each his own.
he kind of nods in understanding, and he after that he gives this eulogy of life lived under the yoke of the Devil Strahd and the deceased doing his best to help his fellow man and passing on to the great beyond to
sorry.
I lost my place here. Passing on to the great beyond, whispering under his breath, lucky bastard.
Oh my god.
That's actually, you know what? I'm gonna smile and kind of nod my head because one of my is it my personality trait? No, it's one of my flaws is I feel no compassion for the dead. They're the lucky ones.
Okay, that worked out very well.
So yeah, I'm gonna kind of like try to keep my smile on the DL, but I'm gonna kind of shake and smile and nod
roll
my head.
deception.
Oh damn it! That's a 5 with deception. That's +1.
That is a 6. Ismark and
So I could not hide that smile at all.
Ismark and Irina look are kind of like downtrodden and kind of looking up every now and then, and it just appears that while you got this languished smile after that,
That's not. I didn't.
after you got this languished smile after that,
Fine.
you look up and kind of notice that they were both looking dead at you, and they're piercing daggers at you pretty heavily
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
fair.
No, you're good. You're good.
Wasn't
you
that
don't
kind of
like that.
smile, but okay.
Uh, I love how that. Okay. After the eulogy is finished, he looks at Ismark and Irina and asks if they have any last words to give to their father. Irina just kind of cries and shakes her head, and seeing the state that his sister is in, Ismark kind of wraps his arm around her and draws her close, and he shakes his head as well. And he Donovich kind of nods a right and kind of
That's Stitch.
motions towards the
Gentle.
4 shovels as
Gentle.
if he's expecting you guys to fill in the hole.
Fill it in. When they prepared the body, did I get a chance to see? Did they pay the ferryman?
But the thing is nailed shut. Actually, they did pay the ferryman, and the thing is nailed shut, so
Okay.
you couldn't do it anyways.
Oh, I was gonna link 2 on the coffin if they
well,
had, but it's taken care
Took an
of.
axe
So
through the coffin just to lay.
They placed the 2 pieces of silver. It's not to pay the ferryman, but they placed the 2 pieces of silver on top of his eyes.
either way, that's fine.
So, yeah, that is that.